Greetings and welcome to my dear Libra. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Welcome back to my channel. This is a reading for the energy of Libra in the month of August 2020. Yeah, surprising, we're already well over halfway through the new year, or the old year, the 2020 year. Pretty intense. So we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, I think I did portals last time around, so I'll be doing the Great Mirror, the energy of you, someone else, the object of your affection, and the mirror between you two. This will show, essentially, through a 9-card spread, the clarity that you so seek with the object of your desire. Take only what you will. This will not resonate with everyone. However, if it does, I appreciate you, and thank you for validating my efforts. So, please relax and clear your mind. There's a connection here that has lost its shine. Something about the desire was above a buried heart, and the buried heart is essentially suppressed now, or there is a surrender and healing occurring on the lower realms, meaning the base desires and the instinctual connection here needs to resurrect a buried heart, something that has been buried and cast aside. But luckily your awareness is opening, and this in effect helps ground you in a certain way, and there's the sort of revolution, but the heart needs opening. It has been buried in this situation. When it comes to the energies of you and this person, or you and this object of affection, you and this project, it seems to me that you have ascended in a type of way. Your vibration is certainly good, and it's proving to be quite valuable. It's a head over sort of connection where you're essentially getting the sense of power. But the energy of the Three of Pentacles, is still here, and someone is still trying to coerce the Three of Pentacles energy, meaning that they're trying to shift or design some sort of plan to cooperate in some sort of way. Okay, that's what the coins are telling me. And the geomancy. Yeah, I told you. So yeah, this person is essentially trying to approach you, but you've weighed the options and are moving towards the extension of your own design in order to find a sense of independence and find a sense of healing, as well as a sense of purpose overall. This is an act of rejuvenation, and there's a sense that you have essentially moved the hell on beyond this connection, but there's someone still on your trail and they want to offer a pentacle. If they do this, it will be an active balancing on their end. However, there is also the suggestion that they may be trying to work with another agent within the Three of Pentacles. Okay. But yeah, it's the Nine of Pentacles, you know, moving towards your direction, moving towards justice. Sorry. Here. Towards justice. I'll furthermore look into the Knight of Pentacles energy in the extended. If you guys want, just email me for that. This is where you're at here. A lot of Cups energies on your end. They are over here. And this is the mirror between you two. Okay, so the Knight becomes the King of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it seems like a dead end. This King of Pentacles has essentially a vision, or perhaps a type of design when it comes to the detail of an offer. This offer is quite gracious. However, it will meet the world's energy. So a transference, or perhaps a reflection, and something, a paradigm shift will essentially reject the pentacle, or the pentacle is changing in some sort of way. However, romance is still offered, but beyond that, there is a sense that things have already occurred and transformation has already occurred, and like things have shifted in terms of the Two of Cups energy. It's in reverse. This person is constantly on some form of ascent. So they're constantly moving up social standing from the Page of the Knight of Pentacles to the King, and then from the Page of Cups to the Knight. And they're trying to get to this judgment, but it's terribly taxing on them. And there are secrets that are involved with this, including the Two of Cups in reverse, which is not a very compelling thing. However, could also be you, and if you're on the path towards some sort of financial retribution or some sort of financial plan, the world sort of shift will help you to redefine a sense of what you really find in contentment in, what you really desire in terms of the Cups energies. But there will be challenges and an understanding of some sort of huge shift and a huge transformation when it comes to what you define love as, or what you define happiness as. However, you may be pushing forward, and there will be an element of clarity, or perhaps an element of you trying to discern and move forward beyond all tribulation. You will find structures and ways of being that are quite detrimental, or quite proving the obstacle towards your actual path when it comes to your stability. But also, whoever is making this offer is very much kind of shifty. They play with the same energy, but then they try to change the status somehow. The Wheel of Fortune has been in their energy for quite some time, but they try to make this wheel in their favor in the form of a pentacle primarily, along with offers of love and whatnot. So, let's see here. Right. So back to the object of your affection. On the conscious level, there's the Three of Pentacles plus the Three of Pentacles here, the Six of Pentacles, right? And as we saw earlier from the coins that have flipped, the geomancy that we have seen, someone is desiring to alter the Three of Pentacles energy in order to create some sort of either mirror or something that is a lot more conducive to devotion to you or to others, or devotion to the idea of what they're trying to create in terms of a commitment. Okay, this person has commitment on their mind, whomever you're dealing with, or what other agents you're dealing with in terms of your love life or your career, your path, anything like that. Okay, abundance is here as well. So Six of Pentacles is here. So essentially, with the Six of Pentacles, there is a very material chord between you and this person, and there's a promise that is being revisited after a sense of abandonment or a sense of being cast out and outcast in some sort of way. This person, as well as you, see this person as someone who is trying to balance things out. At the same time, there is the possibility of them with their finger in too many pies, or perhaps them sacrificing something in order to get to a state that they were at previously with you. There's a lot owed. Yeah, and on a subconscious level, they're trying to do that. Something about the Queen of Pentacles has to do with abundance and the path of richness, the path of regality. Yet they are offering in some sort of way. And this queen I trust a lot more than the king, because the king has a second hand, a second pentacle. He's sort of like the Two of Pentacles, but then graduated to the king instead of the juggler. Um, so, like I said, that lineage is kind of taxed, and there is a sense of judgment behind it, as well as a shifting paradigm within the world that is changing. Okay. But there is an offer here, and it comes from a very maternal, nurturing aspect that has to do with commitment, as well as idealized detail, idealized method that is quite stable in a certain way. However, on the unconscious level, on their end, they have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so there is on a very suppressed level, as well as on an unconscious level, they are dealing with freedom in a big way. They're surrendering the mental duress that they have gone through for quite some time, especially throughout the eclipse seasons. However, now there is clarity, and on a soul level, they're releasing some of the mental constraints that have held them back in a big way, as well as the fears. Okay, so this person means business, whomever they are, and they could be um, not only some sort of lover, but also someone who is a bit more based on the energy of a partner, or on the energy of someone who can actually give. Okay, this giving will also be a great sacrifice for them, I see. And it will topple one of the worlds of the above or the below when it comes to the power structures. They're surrendering some of their power in order to do this. Okay, which is quite lovely, if you ask me. Right. Um, on the subconscious level, on your end, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups has to do with the rejection of such an offer. The rejection of such an offer has to do more with not what is being said, or what is being done, or what is being transacted in terms of a gift or in terms of an offer in this 3D. It has to do with the more emotional aspects that are tied to this connection. And there's something about you that has essentially become a bit jaded, or perhaps fallen out of love, or perhaps fallen out with the idea of love as something that sustains. Perhaps your idea of love is shifting into a type of more spiritual aspect. But even then, if God were to come into your life and offer you a cup, there would be difficulty in you in actually accepting it, which is a very interesting sort of state of affairs. That's where you want to be. You don't want to deal with that, okay? Which is interesting. Between you two, there's the Three of Cups in reverse, okay? Which is an interesting placement, because both of you are seeing this as a manifestation. But at the same time, there is difficulty in reconciling. And you guys don't want to reconcile, but there still is an offer. It's very strange. Very, very strange, considering we need clarification on this. Okay. There it is again. Okay. Excuse me. So the quest for abundance has been quite difficult. Promises have been broken here, and the paths that have led to one path has also been betrayed. Something about the Queen of Pentacles feels like there was once an inevitability that had to do with a promise, and it had to do with the symbol of the Ouroboros, or the circle, the great monad, the great sort of whole. Okay, the golden round is here, and it's missing, and perhaps the paths of love are missing as well. The queen is not satisfied, even though she wants to offer, she cannot, because there is this energy of Libra as well as Taurus here in the reverse. The Empress in reverse, she cannot rise from the ashes. She has no protection. She feels like her trust has been crossed in a certain way, and the Queen meets the Queen of Pentacles. So the Empress meets the Queen of Pentacles, and it's very difficult because um, the Empress has had abundance on the mind for quite some time. Plus, the the grand lovers here of commitment, the Queen of Pentacles as well as the King of Pentacles are here, and it has to do with abundance as well as the paths of love that unite. Very difficult, considering this is on the Empress's mind, and there isn't a sense of balance when it comes to this. However, there are echoes. So the King is here, King of Pentacles, as well abundance. So there is a chance that the King will be able to achieve this. But because the Empress is in reverse, there is not a way at the current moment for her to birth something, to become fertile. There's an infertility in this, and therefore a great deal of sadness has manifested between you two. And perhaps that's why there's no sense of joy, or like what you both are trying to do in terms of a challenge is to make the Empress happy, right? Difficult, considering Empress is also looking on the soul level on your end here, and it has to do with the Five of Rods. A great conflict here in this connection in terms of them being paralyzed in fear and then breaking free from it, but then also you seeing it as a challenge to what was actually there in the beginning. It's as if you have a new sort of awakening in terms of how you define the flame of your ire, how you define what you do, and how you create. Has been difficult, especially with Leo season coming in. There is a sense that there is conflict with others, and perhaps everyone has an opinion, especially on this connection. This person is becoming more of the optimist in this connection, I think, especially because on the conscious level here, there is the Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse means that there is a deep and intense connection that is based on soul propriety and soul union. However, there's difficulty in realizing this because the levels of Shakti that have fueled this connection before have dwindled down. There's like it's not that it's gone. It's just that it's coiled up and compressed in the base of your spine, meaning that there is a great deal of Venusian Scorpio tendencies here, meaning that on the conscious mind, there is an aspect about you that has fused with them on an emotional level, and it's difficult to sever this cord. And the more you think about it, the more there is actual love there. On a subconscious level, there's programming on your end from the 6 to the 4, Two of Cups energy, that results from that. So it could be that you're noticing programs within you that have to do with love that is quite profound, however, cannot be tempered because the heart requires a great deal of reparation here. You find that the connection on a deep level is quite destructive, and this person wants to make amends for something big time, because we have the entire family here, plus the Page of Pentacles showed up somewhere else. This person has commitment on their mind, okay? But between you two on the conscious level, even though there's the 6 and the 6 here, there is the 9 of Rods, okay? So once again, the echo of some great heartache here, but still some valiant sort of need to prove oneself, but because the heart has a sort of guard with the 8 of Rods around them, there's difficulty on both ends to actually break free from this and prove the valor of the connection. But there's still this passion that exists between you two. Okay. Now also, on the unconscious level here, excuse me, someone's crying outside, and it's quite annoying. But on the unconscious level here, there is the Queen of Swords. Sorry, Queen of Cups energy. Sorry, the crying is really annoying. Queen of Cups energy. Okay, so there's a shift from here, the Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. There also is an expectation based on this that this person owes you some sort of, after being paralyzed in fear, owes you some sort of nurture of some sort to nurture the various types of anger or frustration that come at the heart level, trying to break you free from a sense of non-communion or whatnot. Has been very difficult for them, and this person has laid down essentially the troubles of the mind in order to move to you in some sort of way. Big time reconciliation here, a promise of trying not to be fake about the connection. Here with Three of Cups in reverse, it talks about authenticity when it comes to the Two of Cups, okay? Instead of the three, it's two, and therefore there's an aspect about it, because it's in reverse, of not accepting any sort of fake, offer or fake pretended happiness. Something that's inauthentic cannot be accepted by the Empress because she is very displeased here. Now, let's look at some advice, and then we'll go through on Vimeo the extended some aspects here that have to do with the Six of Cups in reverse is very important, as well as the Three of Cups in reverse, very important on their end, big time. We have to understand and discern why the Nine of Swords is here in the reverse, how they have broken free from a sense that their mind has been controlling them, or they've been warped in terms of what they are trying to come clear on. Nine of Swords it always leads to the Ten of Swords, so it's moving towards the end of a cycle. But if they don't accept it, if they don't do well, then they revert back to the Nine or the Eight of Swords. The advice here is quite Neptunian. Okay, so the cards are saying for advice, do not look to the past unless you stand firm in your core principles in terms of how you realize truth. The truths that come from the king have to do with understanding the illusory aspects, the Neptunian aspects that have fostered this connection. In recent times, there has been a great deal of mystery, as well as a great deal of the dream world bleeding in and confusing and perhaps befuddling the certain truth that the king seeks, okay? King of Swords is a good card to have, but it has an Aquarius bent to it, meaning that there is a detached quality as well as a very ingenious sort of principle factor that compels the fixity of the king. Another sword that the king dwells on is the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is the shadow aspect of the king, and Seven of Swords in the upright, sorry. Seven of Swords in the upright has to do with the meandering of certain thoughts, escapism, as well as getting away with something. The motivations or the memory of such a person that has either got away from you or you have gotten away from them are being called to question here. And the Seven and the Seven create essentially a creative bend, fifth house sort of energy around the King of Swords. Okay, the primary concern is to essentially let go of the heartache, if there is any, and process a great deal of healing time, as well as finding a sense of peace, as well as detachment from it all. That is what the cards are saying. All right. Well, thank you, my dear Libra. If you like, I shall be posting, well, rather, you can email me and have the extended at your will. Otherwise, I bless your path and take care now. Bye.